Hey guys, welcome to Southeastern Soul Tribe. This is Jamie. It's good to be back on here. Today is Scorpio reading. I'm going to try to go ahead and get to Sagittarius. It has taken me a little bit to get here. I finally got my new computer, guys. My mic's up and my recording space is ready to go. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy the new setup, and it should be more conducive to better sounding readings. You guys make sure you give me some feedback. Let me know if you are interested in a personal reading. Make sure you email me, send me any of the information, any kind of suggestions you have. I'm definitely open to that. I'm excited about being in the new recording space that we have. Also, I'd like for you guys to check out a friend of mine, Amy, and she has started a new channel. It's called The Raven's Knock. It's actually a true crime channel. Podcast. Make sure you guys go check that out. She's really excited. She's already released her very first recording, and she's working diligently on getting her second recording out. It is definitely true crime, things that happen in Tennessee for right now, and she's got so many surprises, so make sure you guys go check that out. She is excited to get that started if you're a true crime junkie like she is. Alright, so let's get started for Scorpio. I did do a pre-shuffle, and so I got a lot of 6s and 2s. And so what that tells me is there's some equal give and take going on, things like that. Maybe a lot of support, maybe some nostalgia going on with people. So but we're going to go ahead and pull the cards on camera and see if we get the same energy. So right now I'm going to start with the Oracle of Pluto. I haven't used these since I was staying with my sister. So let's go ahead and get to it and see if we get an Oracle of Pluto for our Scorpio collective first. And then we'll go from there and move into the tarot and then get some advice. Okay, guys? All right, Spirit, Angels, Ancestors, Guides for our Scorpio collective. What messages do you have for them regarding their relationships that they may be dealing with? Keep in mind, guys, energies can be reversed. If you're cross-watching for somebody, I don't recommend it, but I know some of you guys do. You know, I don't focus these on just romantic love. This is any relationship that is in your life. So if you're here focused on just romance, this may not be about that. It might be about your mom, your dad, your aunt, your brother, your sister, or your friend. And it might be about somebody you haven't even met yet. You never know. But relationships are the cornerstone of all of our lives. And without people, our lives would be pretty boring, right? We'd have to get us a ball and talk to it. For Scorpio. That's an awful lot. But I'm going to take the first card that fell on top, the goat. The goat is what we got for the Oracle of Pluto. So let's look the goat up and see what the goat means. Now for me, the goat also indicates Capricorn energy, which is earth energy. But we're going to go by the Oracle of Pluto because it's what it is. And it says that this stands for untapped potential, fertility, virility, and stubbornness. Not Scorpio. Come on. You guys aren't stubborn, are you? As the first domesticated animal in human history, the goat is an old familiar friend. The horns on a goat often represent fertility, virility, and life force. At the same time, the goat can be a very destructive creature if not managed properly. When the goat card appears in a reading, the primordial force from which both creation and destruction spring is asking for your attention. There is untapped potential within you that is begging to be harnessed now. And the way you choose to engage with it or not, well, that's up to you. So when the goat energy is present, there's often a certain stubbornness at play. Perhaps you're engaging in an old pattern or behavior that you know is self-destructive and is ultimately familiar and therefore comfortable. That is your chance to switch up the story and transmute the stubbornness into determination. When channeled correctly, nothing can stand in the way of the goat. So, I don't know if you guys have had goats. I used to have a billy goat when I was growing up. Its name was Bill. And my daddy got very angry at Bill. It killed an orange tree while we were at church one time. And nothing stood in Billy's way at all. The goat, like I said, represents Capricorn energy. So there may be something going on either with you, Scorpio, or with someone you're attached to that has some toxic patterns to it. So that's something that we can work on. It's not about pointing out faults or anything like that. Basically, it's about improvement, self-improvement to make us just better all the way around and more effective for what we have in our lives and whatever our spiritual mission is. So, let's start with the tarot and see what the story behind this is. Why we got the goat. Spirit, angels, ancestors, and guides for our Scorpio collective. Show us what we need to see for Scorpio. I'm hearing a song, Born to be Wild. Are you born to be wild, Scorpio? We got Aquarius at the bottom of the deck, so there may be some healing at hand, or you might be dealing with an Aquarius here. You may have Aquarius strongly in your chart. But also, when we're talking about Pluto, Pluto right now is in Capricorn. It's been in Capricorn for a long time. We've been teetering back and forth over the past year. It's actually retrograde, I think, if I'm correct, in Capricorn. The thing about it is that's a power-hungry control place. You know, I talked about that on the last reading that I did. And, you know, your shadow sides of Capricorn and the light side of Capricorn. But now we're getting ready for Pluto to go into Aquarius, and it'll be there for like 20 years. Aquarius energy is about healing. It's about doing what's best for yourself as well as a collective of people. Aquarian energy is very eccentric. It's an air energy, but it's very fixed as well. So right now, there may be things going on in the world, like all these hurricanes that are happening, that are creating a space where we don't have a choice but to go and step in and help our neighbors and things like that. That is Aquarian energy, and you may feel an inner drive to do something like that right now. And it's going to cause you to set aside Capricornian ways and things that create imbalances in your life and create a space for healing. And a lot of that starts through love. That loving feeling that you get when you reach out and help someone and do something that's not only good for your soul, but good for a collective of people as well. And crossed by that is the Hanged Man. That's Pisces energy. Could be dealing with the Pisces or have that in your chart heavily. But this Pisces energy is waiting on Spirit to give us a message, or it's hidden things. The thing about this Piscean energy on top of the Aquarius, the star energy, is that if we're not careful, that energy can get in the way of the things that we're supposed to be doing that do bring healing. That thing that we're supposed to be doing that is going to help a group of people or whatever. If we hang in the tree too long and we don't just trust our spiritual messages that we receive. And that's something that I can see in this part of the reading. It's a very different type of reading. You could be dealing with an Aquarian or a Pisces that may be in a stagnant position as well. Stagnancy will keep us stuck and then nobody heals. But the star is in the upright, which means it's an opportunity right now to do that. What's in the recent past for our Scorpio? The Five of Pentacles. So recently somebody was left out. They're just kind of hanging there and just looking up in the sky like, God, tell me something, or Spirit, or whoever you talk to, you know, tell me something. Why am I sitting here all alone? Why can't I get any help? And interestingly, in this card, I don't know if you can see this skull right here. That's right at the bottom of her. So I feel like this was you, Scorpio. At some point in time, looking up to the stars, help me. Give me some help. Because, and the reason I say that is because Scorpio is the death card. See this skull sitting under your butt? In this picture, that's why I think this is you. And looking out, and then the healing comes in from the divine. It's an opportunity. Typically in this card, in the other depictions of this card, this lady has 2 cups and she's pouring one in the water and one on the earth. But you know what? This particular Aquarius is blowing her energy into the air. Out there to be had or received from the divine. And so I think that could be what you're doing, and this Piscean energy is the same, and we're not exactly talking about everything, and that is a great Scorpio trait too. And some people think you guys are being sneaky as hell, but that's not the case with Scorpio. Scorpio's just careful, aren't you? Very, very careful. All right, show me the hopes and dreams for Scorpio here. Ooh. Before I say what that is, show me the fear. Thank you. All right, Scorpio. So this is probably why the hangman energy is here, right? Because in your thoughts, in your secret thoughts, you are in this position, or the Scorpio today that I'm talking to is, there is some pain that caused us to have a broken heart, caused us to feel like we had to be all alone. It's sword energy. It's a lot of thought process and hurt that we don't talk about. And then it's also a place of feeling like we have to create all alone. The Nine of Pentacles is usually a singular energy, but it's about earth energy. It's about making sure that we have the things that we need, that we provide the things that we need. We're the one that holds that. And over here in our fear position, maybe even a deepest fear is that the equal give and take is not going to be on the table. And somebody stays up at night wondering or worried. It's pentacles and swords and pentacles and swords. So it's about money and thoughts and money and thoughts and stability and thoughts. But what I am noticing in all of this is the only cup that's being poured out at all, the only thing that has cup energy in any way, is this hangman energy, which holds in the balance. Sitting still, some stagnancy there. So when it comes to the heart space, the love, the emotional part, somebody's checking out. We're checking out of that part. And we're focused on thoughts, knowledge, and earth energy. So, you can put that where it belongs for the Scorpios out there. And let's see what's coming up in the near future. Interesting depiction of the Ten of Swords. Normally, Ten of Swords is feeling stabbed in the back, betrayal, something like that. But this card isn't really that. This card, like, there's something in the background that has blown the hell up. There's purple smoke coming out of everything. See that? And this guy is stirring his sword around in the water. Water is a depiction of that emotional space that we have, but yet this is a sword card. So This may not be a betrayal from somebody else, but it feels like our emotions have betrayed us here. And something about our mind gets in the way of that deep dive that may need to be done here. And I'm also getting the feeling from this blindfolded guy in this Four of Pentacles. This blindfolded guy is leaning down to smell flowers. He don't know what he's about to smell because he's blindfolded. He can't see it. But the Four of Pentacles, when it's in reverse, is releasing that old stuff. You know, letting go of things that we held on too tight to in the recent past. And now, coming out of that energy, leaving behind the swords that's kind of keeping us up in our head, we are now looking at cups. 7 of them, to be exact. There's a dragon here. And it just looks like that we just can't quite figure it out which direction we're going to go. All the options may be overwhelming here for this Scorpio. What is an outside influence? Queen of Swords. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, but this is also standing in truth. It's also getting the truth about everything. Playing a harp, music might be essential here, but this is an ice queen. She tells shit the way it is, and she really ain't going to have much emotion about it. All her water has been frozen. The Ice Queen says, here, I'll play your harp for you. I'll tell the truth. But she also is the receiver of truth as well. And with this Ice Queen is the 7 of Pentacles reversed. So that means there's a lack of investment here. There's a truth being received about a lack of investment and a lost opportunity that has to do with emotional space, feeling, emotion, and love. We need to get some clarification on that, and we will with the other deck that I have. But let's go ahead and close this part out and find out what the outcome here is if this energy stays the same. Show us what else. Could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Aquarius is up here. It's on the table. Aha. That's a pretty good outcome though, guys. So the Scorpio I'm looking at today may quit messaging, quit talking to someone. I can't tell who. I can just tell you who's in the reading. But the King of Pentacles just stood up, sat on his throne, and became the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is all about earth energy. It's about being able to provide for oneself, being able to have enough to share with others, or to create a space. They've mastered Pentacle energy. That's earth energy. They have the ability to do that. The thing about a pentacle, it's whatever abundance is to you. So you might be a money person, or abundance to you might be the greatest love on earth or whatever. But it would be for the purpose of grounding, you know. But we may stop communicating in an emotional way with someone and start getting real matter of fact about things with the Ice Queen up here. And Sagittarian energy may be on the table as well, trying to temper our emotions, so to speak, just for the sake of not fighting. Because we don't want to argue, we don't want to fight, we just need things to go. It's what the energy that I'm getting off this reading is, okay, I need things to go A, B, C, and D. How can I balance that with temperance, which is a good thing? Because right now, F your emotions, this is about money. It's about my stability. It's about the things that I need to move forward. But don't leave out the healing that needs to come with it. So this is an opportunity for the Scorpio I'm looking at to find a way to balance the emotional state and the earth energy. So you may find that every now and then when you take a step in your earth energy, creating the things from your heart space, the creative energy that comes from the divine, that you run into moments that it triggers emotional spaces within yourself. When that happens, you may find yourself coming into conflict. You're meant to come into conflict with others because that's how we expand and grow. Everything can't be peaches and cream. And Scorpio should know that. You're the death card. You're a transformation. You're either transforming yourself or you're the catalyst to transform others. Welcome, Scorpio, to yourself. Anyway, God forbid you're dealing with another Scorpio. That'd be fun, right? But looks like here you've got Sagittarius, you've got Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Aquarius is here, the Ice Queen, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But this is balancing the past and the future together and creating a space that's good for ourselves as well as others. So let's pull with the Rider-Waite a little bit of clarification on why. I want to know why this Ice Queen up here has an Ace of Cups reverse and the Seven of Pentacles reverse. I really don't like that combination with an Ice Queen because she's a biatch. And, you know, let's see. Why is that here? Something didn't go in somebody's favor here. Something about messages, hidden communications, marriage and commitment. So Queen of Swords in the upright, somebody got the truth, but they didn't give the truth. They didn't learn a lesson. They weren't juggling anymore, and there wasn't an equal give and take back here with someone. That's why the Ice Queen is here. So someone cut off communication or plans on cutting off communication because of that. How can Scorpio fix that? The Emperor. Aries, Taurus, or Libra, masculine energy, sitting on your throne. It's also a very stubborn energy. Earning on your own, the master of an empire. They master all four elements: earth, fire, air, and water. Masculine. What else? All right. Look at why there's 3 swords in the heart. And death card, Scorpio comes out with transformation. So you could be, this could be you. There is some kind of broken heart space that needs to be looked at or worked on between a father figure, business owner, masculine, Aries, Taurus, or Libra. This is head to head, Aries, Taurus, Libra, and a Scorpio. Scorpio's got their back turned to Aries, Taurus, Libra here, because there's a broken heart in between here. And somebody doesn't really have plans together with the Hermit in reverse. And honestly, the difference is, do I show love in this scenario? Do I stop making plans because there's a higher level of commitment, higher form of education, and Taurus energy here in the upright? This is an energy about commitments. Staying committed regardless. There's love here, but there's a lack of maturity in this love. In this heart space that we're looking at. The King of Wands is looking over at Taurus. The higher levels of commitment, or the commitment in itself. That guy's got a lot of passion. That's Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And I saw Sagittarius down here, so some of you guys may be dealing with the Sag. But although this person has a lot of passion, the heart space isn't exactly healed. It's a little upside down right now. And somebody knows about it. The High Priestess here. That Piscean energy, or just the fact that there's a secret around that. And their intuition is speaking about it. And then the Queen of Swords comes in reverse again. That's the Ice Queen over here. And it has to do with nostalgia and celebrations, coming back together or recommitment. But the Scorpio feminine is in the upright here. The Queen of Cups is in the upright. And the fire energy in the Queen energy is upright. So it tells me, I feel like that Scorpio's the one that's mostly in balance here, and they may be dealing with somebody who's out of balance. And that can shake up your world, especially if you're close to them. So I think that's what I'm getting on that, Scorpio. I don't know where Born to Be Wild come from. Maybe somebody you're dealing with is born to be wild. Who knows? All right, for our Scorpio collective, spirit, angels, ancestors, guides, let's get some advice for Scorpio. Advice for Scorpio. All we gotta do is make it happen. Looking for adventure or whatever comes our way. Show me for Scorpio. Stand up for yourself and speak your truth respectfully and compassionately without expecting an outcome or a certain outcome. That's a hard thing to do. I don't know if you guys have done that before, but I remember before that I went through a few levels of enlightenment or changes. I used to speak my truth from my shadow side because I expected it to either change someone else or I expected that truth to have a certain outcome. Now I just speak my truth because it's the truth. And I really don't care how it's received, because I learned that whatever you say in your own truth, if the opportunity comes up for you to actually voice it, then do as you're guided and voice it. But don't attach an outcome to it, because that's an ulterior motive. Ulterior motives come from a shadow space, you know? We got stink bugs in this room. The last thing I'm going to do is mash them, because then they'll stink. Do y'all have stink bugs where you're from? They don't stink. They're creepy looking, though. There's one getting awfully close to that camera up there. If he crawls on the front of it, that's going to be both funny and frustrating. Thank you for Scorpio. So practice altering your physical appearance and your mannerisms. It helps you to, you know, just kind of put yourself in a position. Sometimes, I know for me, get dressed. If I'm just like not getting dressed and things like that, then it makes me feel weird. When I was working from home all the time, that's one thing that I did. So when I get the shape-shifting card, it's like, okay, it's time to, you know, switch up the way I look. Or make sure that if you're going to go to a meeting or something, that you kind of dress the part for it, you know, because you don't want to look like a homeless Walmart shopper if you're going to have a meeting with someone that's important. So some of you might be out there doing that. I know my daughter's a Scorpio, and she used to go out looking like a bum. Anyway, the goose, it says take time to rest and recuperate rather than continuing your striving. So you may be out of balance a little bit, Scorpio, and Spirit's just like advising you to make sure you take time to rest too. Don't be just continuously working. Stand tall, maintain your dignity no matter what, and others will treat you with the respect that you deserve. And I believe that's the elk spirit. So, Scorpio, that is your read. Thank you for coming to Southeastern Soul Tribe. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you'd like a personal read, all the information will be in the About section of my channel or below this video. And until next time, much love and light to you. Take care. Mwah.